Hello everyone. So today I want to show you around on how to use Solana Playground. If you are coming from the EVM background, we had something like a remix where we use Solidity, Viper, smart contracts, but something similar is also in the SVM, and that is the Solana Playground. With this, you don't have to run programs on your local machine or test program on your local machine, and you can simply just run it on this web IDE and you are good to go. So let's check around and see what's Solana Playground has to offer. Okay, so let's start with this. This is where you see all your files, and you can maybe add a new project, whatever you want the name to be. You can edit it here, rename, and simply just track your project with all this, with your source and your client test, everything in one place. Then we have the build and deploy part. So you can simply build with this button or upgrade with this button, and you are good to go there. You can get your binary or import it. Same thing with your IDL. Meanwhile, you can also build and deploy here as well, like right from this page. For example, we can build this now and click on build. You can click on deploy, then test. Another aspect of it that I found very, very helpful is tutorial spa. So you have a couple of tutorials here on SEO slang, on Anchor, on native Rust, and it's always very beautiful to watch. Like I am already taking a couple of tutorials trying to just get more comfortable with the IDE and languages on the SVM. For context, you can build with native Rust, Anchor, C or Slang on Solana. So, and if you want to really level up these things, these are a couple of full com tutorials you can play around with to understand how these things work, how programs on SVM works, and basically things you need to know to level up and become more comfortable building in the SVM. You can kind of personalize this. Let's say intermediates. I love Anchor and I would like to test with TypeScript. You can simply just so it will filter the results for you, and now you can see Bank Simulator, LSPL Token Vaults, Boss Better. These are intermediate tutorials that you can find very helpful, and they also have tests in TypeScript. That said, let's come to this part. As a person, I believe one of the ways to learn about any ecosystem is to read production grade code and also build with that mindset when you're building. So in this place, we have a couple of production based code you can read for your dev edification. And if you're on Twitter, you know Drifts. It's a popular protocol in the SVM, and right now we'll be reading their code base, some chunks of their code base to kind of have some insight into how production grade code can be written in Anchor. The essence of that is for you to just have an idea of it. So with this, you can get to see how the code of Drift was written, then make a lot of observation, learn from it, and probably try to also adapt things from this code base into whatever you are building. And I find it very interesting because it's the source files here, and you can also add tests. So it's interesting. Then you should also know that Solpg gives you wallets. So you necessarily don't have to connect your wallets. You can just use one of the provided ones. And I think there is 10 Sol per day or whatever can which you most likely wouldn't finish using. So this is the wallet and let's play around with something. So this is let's come here. Okay, let's go to tutorials. Maybe counter PDA. Then just try to build it. Once you click on build, it should compile and give you the results. Or you can say Anchor build, so anyone that is more convenient for you. Okay, well, this one has a couple of errors going on, but usually if you say build or deploy to deploy, then you'll be able to add your test and that should be good to go. Thank you for watching this video. I've been releasing a couple of videos on SVM development recently, and if it catches your fancy, do also check them out, and I'll see you in the next one.